Talofa. Can you say talofa? That's how you say hello in the island of Samoa. And you say it with a big smile. Can you hear the beautiful breeze behind me? Welcome to Patrika's Little Star Cafe. Facts that are fast, fun, and keep you happy. Today is Wednesday, May 19th, 2021, and here are today's matters for chatter. Number 1. In a show of nature's power, the famous Darwin Arch in the Galapagos Islands has collapsed. The Galapagos Islands is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and is 1,000 kilometers away from Ecuador, and home to exotic and endangered species, making it a marine wonderland. It's called Darwin's Arch because the famous scientist Charles Darwin did much of his study here for his theory of evolution, that species make slow and small adjustments to themselves over years to adapt to change and to survive. There's a Darwin Island too that is named after him, but it was once connected to the arch originally. But now the iconic landmark is just left with 2 pillars as the arch has collapsed because of natural erosion. Number 2, a Dutch football team known as Ajax has made a grand gesture to show how much they care about their fans. Since the beginning of the pandemic, football matches and other sports tournaments have had no audience in the stadiums. But even then, many fans have stepped up to buy tickets so their favorite clubs can be supported financially. To extend their gratitude now to their fans who supported them through this time, Ajax melted its Eredivisie trophy and converted them into stars to literally share their victory with their fans. Isn't that a great way of sharing their happiness? Number 3, white abalones or giant sea snails are at the brink of extinction and cannot breed with each other as they're too far apart in the wild. But scientists are looking to turn the tide for these unique sea snails by playing Cupid. That's right, named after the Greek god Cupid. They do so by putting them in tanks full of what they call a love potion for them. It's made up of seawater and hydrogen peroxide, and scientists believe it will encourage the snails to mate. Then they plan to release the offsprings back into the wild. Pretty creative. And now for today's mega matter. Have you heard of Elisabetta Belloni? She's the first woman to be ever appointed as Italy's head of security service, or Secret Service in other countries. Prime Minister Mario Draghi just announced last week that Belloni will now be in charge of the Italian Security Intelligence Department. Before this, she was also the first woman to lead the Foreign Ministry's crisis unit and to be the Secretary General of the Foreign Ministry, which is the highest rank a career diplomat can hold. She's sure is becoming one of the unstoppables and inspirational leaders for women everywhere. Speaking of first for women, the Pacific island country of Samoa just elected its first female prime minister, Naomi Mataafa, who dethroned the current prime minister of 20 years. He was the world's second longest serving PM. Some countries in Africa, of course, have presidents that have served for much longer though. This change was welcome, and she's also, by the way, the daughter of Samoa's first prime minister. Today's word of the day is evolve, which means changing slowly over time. And finally, for today's quote of the day, be patient and loving with yourself. You're meant to be not your biggest critic, but your biggest fan. That's a quote by Emily Kinney. Thank you for listening, and do send us your questions and comments via WhatsApp, or you can email us at diptyanti@gmail.com. Take care, lots of love, Dipti Auntie. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, do you know how loved you are?